Hey everybody, it's the American Redneck Company. This is Ricky and Fred. We, going to today, respond to some of the questions we've been getting. Number one, thank you for all the support. We've gotten your messages, we've gotten your emails, we've gotten your purchases on our site. If you haven't received your stuff already, you're going to get it soon. Please rock your gear proud. And we're very proud of it. We're very proud that you're part of our crusade. When we say end race, we're not saying we're ending culture. Indeed, culture and race aren't the same thing. If you don't like what we're doing, feel free to call yourself whatever you want. Call your culture whatever you want. But what we're doing is ending race. Despite all of the support we've been getting, we've got a few haters. People who are actually taking the time to go to our website and spew hateful words or contact me via email and have really cruel things to say. That's fine. You can hate what we're doing, but the fact that you're taking the time out to show me how much you hate it or show us how much you hate it means we're scaring you. And we're scaring you because you need race. And if you need race, then yes, we're probably your worst nightmare. Race is inaccurate. It's meant to be a divisive, dehumanizing tool. For instance, my sweatshirt is black. My hand is not. This paper is white. Fred is not. We've been assigned those things to try to make it so something like this wouldn't be possible. Instead, Fred and I have transcended race, and we have started an organization together meant to put an end to it.
We don't judge you on your color of your skin, we judge you on how you act.
Something for those people who think race is something they need. Race sets limits on you. Meaning, instead of me being Ricky, tell me I'm a black guy, let me listen to it. That tells me who I should be rather than who I really am. Tell Fred he's a white man and he's supposed to do or not supposed to do certain things. That's trying to tell him what to do, and that's not necessarily to be who he is. So don't set limits, or don't let race set limits on you. We've been accused a few times of being Marxist. I had to look up what Marxist was. But essentially, Marxism is communism. And no, we're not communist. We're simply saying don't call us black or white. This one really gets on my nerves. Constantly being told that I don't see color or I'm colorblind. Well, if you are looking at this video right now and you're calling me black or Fred white, then friend, you are colorblind. We've been accused a few times of being a company run by white people.
Far from it.
First of all, that's racist. Secondly, because we don't identify as white or black, that can never be true. I'm part owner, my wife is part owner, and Fred is part owner. And we're very proud of that. So those who adopt the race as their identity, race is your designation, not your identity. Your identity is who you are and what you do. Race tries to dictate your identity to you. This picture that we use as one of our ads on Facebook has gotten a massive amount of support, but then a few complaints. Namely, Fred, they don't like your Crocs.
Yeah, but I got old man syndrome. I don't give a rat's ass what they think. I'm wearing them now, see?
And to those who don't like his Crocs, if that's the best you can do, you're going to have to do better.
They're comfy.
I keep getting reminded that race is real. Race is a real problem right now. It's on government applications. I can't buy a gun without marking, well, they want me to mark black, but I mark every box on there. I suggest you do the same thing. Race is as real as you allow it to be. But race doesn't have to dictate how you treat people or how you view people or how you describe people. Got a few insults and even threats on email. And to those doing that, I'm glad we scare you. We're not ignoring the divide, as in a divide between people with lighter skin or people with darker skin. We're simply saying erase this dividing line so that there won't be as much of a divide anymore. Sure, hateful people will find a way to hate, but we're just giving them one less weapon to use. For the people who say we remove race, people will just find something else to fight about, that's absolutely true. Hateful people will always find a way to be hateful, and we're just making it a little more difficult for them. I keep getting told we should be focusing on ending racism and not ending race. Here's a reminder, race is the foundation for racism. I keep getting a question of who's paying for all these ads? Who's paying for this company? Simple answer, we are. Me and Fred. We're funding our own business and funding our own crusade, and then the more of these items we sell, the more we're able to push it forward. So again, thank you for the support of everybody out there who's already shown us that they're with this crusade, because it shows. We are not ignoring history. We're simply removing blame from people alive today for crimes that were done 300 or 400 years ago.
We can't change the past, only the future.
Only the future. But constantly saying white people did so many bad things or black people were victims, and then you try to call Fred white and me black, that puts blame on Fred or victimhood on me. And we don't need that. We can learn from the past. We had Americans, human beings, treated wrong in the past. We can all acknowledge their humanity and acknowledge what they went through. Making it about black and white is not the solution. That just continues the issue. We've been asked by a few friends of ours that are in marketing, who's your target audience? Our target audience is the United States of America and anybody fed up with race. Anybody tired of being told, hey, black people can't do this, or black people should do this, or do that, or white people shouldn't do this, or white people shouldn't do that, or you just benefit from white privilege, or you got picked, or you got lucky because you're black. Anybody who's sick and tired of that, you should join our crusade. We're putting a stop to it. We've been asked the question, politely, what are we doing about ending race? And it's simple. We're spreading the word that we don't have to adhere to it anymore. Myself, that's Fred, that's our friends, that's our family, that's our community.
Our neighbors, yep.
Our neighbors, who are mostly part of this organization, following the belief that we are human, not black or white. We are American, and we can do this together. We have to remember that race being in existence is not our fault. I didn't create it, Fred didn't create it. People much older than us had nothing to do with creating it. However, it's our responsibility now that we're alive to end this divisive, dehumanizing practice so that our kids won't have to deal with it. I'm going to give an example of how ending race could have saved somebody's life. Many people recall the situation or the case of Ahmaud Arbery down in Brunswick, Georgia. For those who don't remember, he was running in a neighborhood for exercise when he was accosted by two men who shot and killed him. One of the men, the father, it was a father and son, called police. And when he called police, police asked him, well, what is this man doing wrong? This murderer responded, he's a black man running down our street. Had this man said to the dispatcher, he's an N-word running down our street, well then the dispatcher would have known to have responded saying, hey, apparently you're targeting that man for his color or something to that effect. Leave him alone. Got news for you. Black and the N-word mean the same thing. They come from the same place. The difference is one is socially accepted and one is not. That man was targeting Ahmaud Arbery because of his skin tone. And when he said black man, the dispatcher should have responded like, hey, apparently you are targeting this gentleman because of his skin tone. Please leave him alone. Police are on the way. But she didn't. They let that go. And this man gave chase with his son and another neighbor and eventually killed this innocent man. We need to make it so that calling somebody by their subjective skin tone, especially something as inaccurate as black, is unacceptable. And the more unaccepted it is, the less common you'll see it occur because people will know not to call people black or white. Thank you for those who have listened. Hey, subscribe. Follow us. You want to join this crusade? It's free to do. Comment below on what you think. We want to hear from you. Check out our website. You got any feedback? We're listening. We have a mission. We're doing this together. End race in America.
Yep.
Say that again.
End race in America.